Lynne Cookson really gave Cookie quite a fight and a fright. Now we're going to see another one. Lynne Pritchard against Carl Armitage. Now Lynne is actually leading in this one, 15-14, and the commentators are Roy Armson and Hugh Jones.
He's short again. Yeah.
Yes, well short. I think he'll pass Lynne's bowl. Oh, just about.
Don't get too close, Carl.
Lynne's gone the other way, playing finger peg here, trying to get below Carl's short bowl. She's nearly hit it. Oof.
That'll win it.
Pritchatt won!
Not a particularly good end of bowls, but very satisfying as far as Lynne Pritchatt is concerned. Lynne will have in her mind that one man has been knocked out of the tournament by a lady, Karen Johnson, taking out Roger Morgan. A big feather in the cap of the Birmingham girl if she could equal a feat like that. And she's got the background to do it. Talbot winner twice. Last year champion of champions at the Waterloo. And that was quite a game, I understand. I didn't see it myself, but she was 5-14 down to Jane Jones in the champion of champions of the Waterloo, and she won it 21-16. And that must have been a tremendous fight back. Won the Manx Tourist Ladies, the Spartano Classic, the Ladies Open at Didsbury. She's had a very good 1995. If it gets past, it wins.
I think Carl would like to strike at that bowl. His only worry is his own bowl's almost in the way. He could very easily knock his own bowl out.
But he's certainly going to reach the ditch.
Pritchatt won!
17-14, Lynne Pritchard in the driving seat. And there'll be one or two bowlers around the country who know what Carl is going through. Starting off with Frank Rathall, who was the first man to get beaten by a lady in the Bass Masters. Jane Jones took him out in 91. In that same season, Maureen Bresnan took out Phil Carouche, and she also took out Chris MacDonald. She's the most successful man destroyer in the Bass Masters. Andy Sykes has been knocked out in the Bass. That was 93, along with Glenn Dixon, Kerry Morris in 94, and of course Ken Armitage, Carl's father, last year.
Lynne's shortened the game down considerably now, Hugh. She's playing about 26 yards, finger peg, round peg. And Carl has failed to beat Lynne's short bowl. She's got a good second, and all those bowls are in the way now. You have to play wide and hope to miss them.
Yes, it'd be a tremendous bowl to get a winner here. It's missed everything. And probably saved one. Yes, it saved one. There's a sparkle about the face of Lynne Pritchard now. She's quite a youngster, 25 years old. Personal assistant in the National Health Service.
And this is the most crucial end in the game for Carl Armitage now. 18-14 down. He's got to get in here.
Oh, tell you what, that is a lead and a half. It's trying. Oh, I say it's trying. Yes, well bowled.
Well done, Carl.
He's dead level and you're a foot short.
Just got to try and play a foot over here, Hugh. She can just remove that ball. She can still count 2.
Line's too tight.
Yeah.
Right, now Carl. Dropped away, way underneath. Just the one for Carl.
Armitage 1.
Very, very good one, though, isn't it? Got to hang on to that block now.
One thing I do know about Carl is that he is a tremendous fighter. In our last county game for Cheshire away in Wolverhampton, Carl was actually losing the game 29. And he got a lot of singles and finished up winning the game 21-20. So he's got to find some of that resilience here.
I'm afraid his lead bowl there is something that he would very much like to have back on the map to try again with. And Lynne has followed the same sort of path. Now that looks better. A lot better. No, I'm afraid not. Not enough weight. 1, 2.
Armitage 1.
Armitage. Gap closes to 2. Desperate now to hang on to that block. Was 14-18 down. Now just the 2 chalks in it.
Carl now getting very animated, running after his balls. Still going to be about 4 feet off.
The big lad is Carl, isn't he?
He certainly is, yes, and most of the young players have a hero at bowls. They have a player that they like to emulate. And Carl's hero, and the one he's tried to emulate, is our old friend Norman Fletcher.
Storming Norman. I think Lynne might just be closest with that one. No sign from David Fishwick, the referee.
He's on the bottom.
That's not going anywhere. Well, if she's not winning it already, Lynne, you're on to win it now. She asks, what is the situation?
It's a peg for first.
Ah. So that alerts the measuring department. They're up on their feet, making sure they've got the right tackle and are ready to move.
Lynne's too low here as well.
Oh dear. Might have done a little damage. Well, Lynne will certainly ask for pegs
Pegs,
if
please.
yes. Well, let's see if we can tell, looking down at it from above. Certainly does look like 6 of one and half a dozen of another, doesn't it?
I was just looking at Carl then, Hugh. He didn't look too happy.
And that is a worried man. And they're measuring Lynne's bowled first, which is often an indication of what they feel. It is. It's Lynne's.
Pritchatt 1.
Yes. Well, look at that. And this lady was what? She was 9-3 down, 11-3 down. And she's really come back from a definite losing position. started it back on when she got to 11-3 down. She put together a fine run to get to 10-11. Now she is here with a great chance of winning it on this end if she can pick up a 2. And Carl will know that. Now knows what his father Ken was going through last year. Hey, what a good ball, Carl. Chances? No. Chance of a double here for Carl. Well, he's going to get the double. It very nearly promoted the ball on the way. Yes. Well, it's boiling up to a fascinating last furlong then. Carl Armitage, 18. Lynne Pritchard, 19.
And just a little difference in the bowls, Hugh. Lynne Pritchard playing with 210 plastic bowls, and Carl's playing with his favourite 211 Lignavita bowls, which were actually made for his father Ken. But Ken never got to play with them. Carl snaffled them. He's been playing with them ever since. Playing finger peg just below our commentary position, but he's going 4 feet past.
Well, he almost didn't get to play with them this morning, actually, Roy. He had them in the back of the taxi when he was coming here, and he was so excited. He got out of the taxi, paid the man, got into the hotel, suddenly realized he hadn't got his bowls, had to run down the street after the taxi driver, stopping him because they were still in the boot of the taxi.
Oh.
Oh, God, you've got to be closer than that, surely. I don't know. That hasn't beaten Lynne Pritchard's bowl. Lynne can win it. Yes, she's on. At anything, 2'6", 3 foot from the jack, and she wins. Now, a place in the second round. Oh, Lynne, you left it on the mat. Oh. Well, there. The
Pritchard won.
second round match was to be decided then. The chance of going into the quarterfinal was there for the taking.
Carl should regard that as another life. And Lynne Pritchard now playing round peg, playing thumb peg over the side of the crown, playing about 29 yards here. It's important here not to get narrow to the line of the jack.
I wonder what effect that will have on her, knowing that she had the easiest chance in the world to go through to the quarterfinals, where the loser gets £500, but it was the honour and the glory of reaching that stage that would have been uppermost in Lynne's mind. Oh, it's not going to arrive. The nerves are getting at Lynne. I'm sure she's desperately worried that she might have blown it on the previous end. She had the winning of the match in her hands.
Armitage won.
So, Carl, given that life on the previous end, gets himself a single so he can go out and win the match on this end. 19, just needs the 2.
And a both suffering a bit with nerves now, Hugh. That was a very nervous last bowl of Carl Armitage, and he's got the jack perilously close to the edge, just less than a yard. It's important not to pass it, playing thumb peg and not to get too low.
Well, that's what, a yard away, I suppose, but it's close enough to win it on this very difficult mark. Drops away underneath. That's running. That's on its way to the ditch, I think. Now, Lynne, can you find the Wonder Bowl? What's the reaction of the people on that end of the green?
They think it's won it.
They're cheering it. They like it. It is the winner. Yes. Lynne Pritchard held her nerve. Held on to her advantage. She blew it 2 ends ago. But Mum and Dad are leading the cheers for the girl from Birmingham, Lynne Pritchard, who scores a tremendous victory against a man bowler here in Carl Armitage, takes him out 21-19.
Well, there we go, the second round so far. Stan Frith not with us in the quarterfinals. Dave McDermott's through. Paul Strutt, Glyn Cookson, they play this afternoon. You'll see it live. Lynne Pritchard, of course, who I'll be talking to in a moment. Walker, Duncan, and the game between Hitchin and Marshall we will also bring you up to date with when we return in just over an hour's time. Lynne, well done.
Thank you. Hard work.
Happy? Relieved?
Yeah,
the full gamut of emotions?
Yeah, everything really. I had a shaky start, 11-3 down, and not bowling particularly well, but you just got to keep plodding, and the game's not over till it's 21.
Almost like an Andy Cairns comeback, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
very much so, yeah.
Did you think you were down and out then?
Not really, just got to keep going, but played some bad leads, didn't play as well as I would have hoped.
And then you nearly blew it towards the end, didn't you?
Right.
You must have been kicking yourself
Oh yeah,
there.
I mean, if I'd lost that end down there, it would have jumped off Blackpool Pier, I think.
I'll make sure it's not the tower. Let's have a look at your winning bowl, because this must have been a nervous moment, because you knew that actually it was a very winnable shot.
Yeah, it was. I mean, Carl had not a bad first bowl really. It was hard to beat, and I was short with my first, but I thought we'd put a yard on, give it some land, and there we go.
That's what the men call playing a real one.
That's right.
Yeah, the ladies call it that
yeah,
as well.
we do. Yeah.
There you go. Look.
That's right. It's just a bit of relief there. Yeah.
I think Mum and Dad were pretty happy too.
Oh God, yeah, very much so. Yeah.
Do you realise you're only the fifth lady to reach the quarterfinals of the Bassmasters?
Yes, I believe. Yeah, it's sort of the ripe old age of 25.
Before
as
you
well.
get too carried away, no one's ever reached the semis.
No. So it's one stall to set myself out for.
You're looking forward to the week?
I am.
Yeah.
Very much so.
And enjoying the week?
Yep. Great.
What do you think of the Bass?
Brilliant tournaments. Just hope it carries on and it's well supported by the TV and the Bass.
We hope so too.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We're back in just over an hour's time. The biggie, Paul Strutt against Glyn Cookson. Join us then. Should be a cracker.